It's Week 15 of the National Football League, where we'll get a look at this team's versatile running back. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. The action is only moments away. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch, where here we are.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Here's a first carry for their running back. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. 14 on the pickup, and that will be a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
This one intercepted. And the visitors are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And now the punting unit will come up. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses trying to contain him all year. The NFL's leader in rushing yards at the quarterback position. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Big opening up the middle. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 83 yards. It is a touchdown.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That is hard! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. No issues there. This one is good. And the visitors are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. On second down, they run the counter. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. And he'll get this up past the 30-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's caught by Dillon. 17 yards on that play. That's enough for a 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Tight end going in motion here. Now, faking the give. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment defense. Still 3rd down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still 3rd and long. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back.
It's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out, and that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On first down, they'll run the option to the left. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 2nd down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Approach defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Zone read, and it's a give to Dillon. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. It's another go with Dillon. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. And he will score. Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good, and the visitors are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Defense. Automatic first down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. And he will take this one across into the end zone. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. An extra point attempt to follow. Through the rain, the kick is good. And his guys are on top. It's 14-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Dillon. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we
These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. He'll get this out to his running back. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a give on the ground. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They're all set to kick this one away. This team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Up the middle they go. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. A tough spot here. Third and long. He'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. They motion the slot man left. Back to the air once more on second down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On second down, it's Dillon. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get about 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He runs with it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's a designed run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. First and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going up top. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
We're about ready now for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. They get 25 on that connection, and that will be a first down.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
On the toss, they'll run, and they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Putting the tight end in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow.
Mike McDonald, not a huge fan of that last call, and he will throw the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a first down. This one complete right side. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 13 yards. Result is a first down.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, as you can see on this run, this is a back who is not going to shy away from contact. He actually welcomes it. His ability to run through contact, break tackles, and still have the speed and burst to pick up big yards.
Now, faking the give. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout, $1:54 to go. 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now a second timeout called by the defense, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. That's caught by Dillon. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down. And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.